Hello guys, how are you? I hope so you all are fine. So welcome back to my new video. Welcome to back to my new lectures. Today once again I have a very informative lecture about English video. Once again I'm with you for talking about English. Today I have a very nice creative writing video which will please you because it's so nice and so easy to know. So today it's very easy. It's present in front of you. Like what's a summary? Summary requests is summary format in all practice. So summary writing. So you all would have known about summary, like the short detail of something. So a summary is the detail of the main events from the story in your own words. Whenever you tell about something in your own words and you use the present tense to tell about that thing is called a summary. So whenever you're talking about something, you're telling about something and you're using the present tense, like you're using the present tense, like something is going on and you're just telling a story that happens in the time now. So that's called a summary, and you tell it in your own word, very short and precise, to the point, and the precise story you have to tell it. Okay, so that's a summary writing. So it's basically the man event, like the man thinks something wants, but so it's called a summary. So here it's very simple that you have to try to 1 to 2 sentences in each line, like somebody to 1 to 2 sentences wants to, but so. Okay, and then that's the last conclusion. So let's see what's a summary. Please note a summary. So let's see what are the rules, what are the things that we have to follow for the summary. Is written in present tense that at all you, so you have to write the own, you have to write it in the present tense. Do not give the writer's opinion. You're not supposed to give your opinion. You're just supposed to tell it what was happening. In my opinion matters, you would have heard about that. Inshallah we'll go through that also, but in that we are used to tell about our what our feelings or what does we think. So but in this we just used to write the basic points that were happened. We don't write our opinion, or we don't like what we liked in that or what we want in that. We don't write that. We just write the basic opinion that was like we just write basic points that were used. Clear? Then used keywords from the text to show understanding of the subject. So there are many keywords, like you have seen in the text. You have seen many keywords. Just there's some bold words, so write their meanings. Don't write the words. Instead of writing the word, write their meanings. That would be more interesting and more precise and precious. Okay, so you have to use the keywords that are shown, because here what would happen, the subject could be that can be understood by the readers. The subject that would be present over there, that would be understood nicely, or affirmatively. Okay, then we have a summary does not copy sentence or paragraph word from word for the text. Like if you're writing something, you don't have to copy a sentence. You have to make it short, like the original. If that is, the frog learned the lesson that we must not have personal grudges from one another. So like just take a story and that has a moral, that has a last sentence, and then the frog learned the lesson that we must not have a personal grudge from anyone. We must feel anyone equally. So if that I have to change into a summary, short and precise, how would I change? That could be the frog learns that we must we must treat everyone equally and should not have any personal grudge. So this is a different sentence from that, because that was that the frog said that the frog learned the lesson that we must not have a personal grudge from one another and treat everyone equally. So I make it short, I make it different, isn't it? So you must not copy a sentence, and for word to word you must not copy. You must change the words or jumble the words. Change the word, jumble the words, both are fine. A summary should not be as long as the original text. Original text is long always, but it must not be long. Okay, so it must be normal, it must be short, precise and short. It must not be long, it must be short. Summary format. So what are there are three things that are present in a format. There's three things. There's the main three things that are present in a format. It is citation, crux, conclusion. So these are three parts: citation, crux, and conclusion. These three things. So what is citation. So it's basically the genre, the title, or the writing name that is present in the story. You just have to write that over there. Crux is somebody wants, but soon conclusion means then. Clear? Summary format is very memorizing that, like somebody means who is the main character. You have to tell about the main character who is representing this whole, who is representing this whole story. You have to write about the main character wants. What does the character wants? But what's the problem? So what did he did to solve that problem? And then what is the resolution of the story? How the story was formed? And there we have this. Summary format like citation. It includes a mentioning of genre, title, and the author's name. You can write the genre, or let me give you okay. Let's take an example. We can write the affirmative story. What goes around comes around is written by the author of that. Like I will tell you about the ones that make the ones that. Wait, let me tell you again. The affirmative text, what goes around comes around, is written by I can write the author's name, like the author of the book, that is Shazia Manzoor. So the story, no, Naheed Ahmed. Yes, it's Naheed Ahmed. I was confused. Okay. The affirmative text, what goes around comes around, is written by Naheed Ahmed. Clear? This is how you write. Like here, it's an example is given. Give citation for the given story. Like citation would be okay. The adventure. So you can write the yes. Here it would be entertainment, because here it's the adventure. Now, so the entertainment story. The adventures of Pinocchio. It's very difficult. Is written by Carlo Cogliardi. Okay, so this is how you can write. Now we have the crust format. Crust is basically the middle. It's the body. It includes somebody wants, but. Okay. So this part of summary is called the crux. That's the middle part of the crux. Okay. So this is the middle part of the crux in this means. Right? So conclusion, it concludes the then part of the summary, and you have to use the sentence from the graphic organizer and put them together in a summary. So first the graphic organizer, like there are some box where you have to write that. Then there's that's in the form of a paragraph. Okay. Let's do oral practice. You have to highlight the words in the story that that follows the somebody wants, but so then strategy. Somebody would be red, wants would be blue, and but would be green, so would be yellow, and then would be pink. Okay. So the wise frog. Let's start. So first I will read it twice. Wait a second. Oh, sorry. Okay. First I would read it twice, then I would see. Once a frog was playing near a pot of cream. He wanted to look inside into the pot, but fell into it. Now he was unable to get out of the pot, so he started swimming around into the cream and did not give up. Soon the cream became a ball of butter because the frog kept beating with its little feet as he swam around. Then the frog jumped onto the ball of butter and got out of the pot. Let's read it twice again and then we'll solve it. Once a frog was playing near a pot of cream. He wanted to look inside the pot but fell into it. Now he was unable to get out of the pot, so he started swimming around in the cream and did not give up. Soon the cream became a ball of butter because the frog kept beating with its little feet as he swam around. Then the frog jumped into the ball and the butter and got out of the pot. Now we have to look for the parts, like let's see what we have to do. Wait, let me see again. Let's do somebody, right? Okay. What would be somebody parts? Okay. Yes, somebody. So over here we are having a frog. So here a frog is the somebody one, like a frog. So part would be wanted to look into a pot. Okay, what does the frog wanted? A frog wanted to look into the pot, and the butt would be butt fell into it. Okay, and now now was not able to get out of the pot. So he started. Okay, let's start this one. So one would be he starts swimming around the cream and did not give up. Okay, Then after that I would say soon the cream become a ball of butter. Okay. And then at last then would be then the frog jumped onto the ball of butter and then got out the pot. Let's see. Yes, exactly, a frog. Here it's the somebody. He wanted to look into the pot. It's one, but fell into it, was unable to get out of the pot and was unable to get out of the pot. This is what. So he started swimming around in the cream and did not give up. Soon the cream became a ball of butter. It's so one, and then one is then the frog jumped onto the ball of hard butter and got out of the pot. So you have to use a graphic organizer to summarize your story. So here you can see somebody is a frog, wants to look into the pot of cream, but he falls inside and was not able to get out of the pot. So he started swimming in the cream, and soon the cream became a ball of hard butter. Then he jumped onto the ball and butter and get out of the pot. So here it's the graphic organizer. Okay. Oral practice 2. Now you have to highlight the words, as you know. Again, have to use the same graphic organizer to do your story. Defeating the bully. So over here, what we have to defeat a bully. Okay, we are gonna read it twice and then also that one. Once a group of boys were bullied by a big strong bully named Tommy. He pushed around the boys, beat them up, ate their lunch, and made them do his homework. The boys wanted to teach Tommy a lesson, but for some, Tommy was too strong. So the boys decided to stand up as a team against Tommy. Then the boys showed Tommy they weren't afraid of him anymore by beating him up when he tried to bully any of the students. Thereafter, Tommy never bullied anyone. Once a group of boys was bullied by a big, strong bully named Tommy. He pushed around the boys, beat them up, ate their lunch, and made them do his homework. The boy wanted to teach Tommy a lesson, but for some, Tommy was too strong. So the boys decided to stand up as a team against Tommy. Then the boys showed Tommy they weren't afraid of him anymore by beating him up when he tried to bully any of the boy. Thereafter, Tommy never bullied anyone again. So now we have to use somebody wants, but so that. So now next starts and think. So here somebody would be once a group of boys was bullied by a strong bully named Tommy. So it would be the somebody part. Okay. Here we would have. So guys, over here the so part that I would want would be have the boys wanted to teach Tommy a lesson. Okay. But for some Tommy was so strong, so the boys decided to stand up as a team against them. Then the boys showed Tommy they weren't afraid of him anymore, and Tommy never bullied anyone again. So now I would like to see you. Allah Hafiz. So now our time is over. Take yourself and see you in the next lecture. Till that, take yourself. Allah Hafiz.